Hey, 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 how are you? I'm Angie Rose with Angie Rose Health Coaching, and I'm here today to talk with you about our Monday Mojo, our motivational video for the week, and just getting you going and thinking about your future. The topic today is called Begin with the End in Mind. Begin with the end in mind. So, how are you guys with planning a goal, thinking about what you want to accomplish, and actually following through with it, right? Like, I think that is really what this topic is about today, is not only setting a goal, but then building the blueprint around it to actually get you to the finish line. So many of us have great ideas, great plans, great thoughts about what we want to accomplish, and that's as far as it gets. It's a thought. And then we talk ourselves out of it. We don't follow up with it, and we never ever actually push through to accomplish it. So, this could be anything. It could be weight loss, a healthier lifestyle, better parenting, finding a new job, finding a new exercise routine, changing what you want your future to look like. Maybe that's buying a house. Maybe it's having children, getting married. It could be anything, really, right? Like, these are goals that we have in our life that we want to go after. So when we say the term begin with the end in mind, it sounds really easy. And I think most of us start there, but that's as far as we get. So have you heard of Stephen Covey? He's got a book out called The 7 Habits of Highly Successful People. And this is actually one of the top ones that he talks about. So it sounds easy, but there's actually a twist in it, which means there's 2 parts, right? So technically you're creating your goals twice, because one, you got to plan it, think it, put it in your mind, go after it in your thought process. And second, you have to actually make it happen in your physical life, right? So that's exactly what we talked about, is our goal is not only to have a plan, but actually walk it out, accomplish it, and finish it. So what I want you to think about is, when you are thinking about and planning a goal or a vision in your mind, this is actually the blueprint of what you want your life to look like, your business to look like, your health to look like. So years ago, when I first started health coaching, I had a very big end picture in mind, which was, not only did I want a health coach, I wanted a life coach, I wanted a gym, I wanted a classroom because I love teaching classes. I wanted a place that was more like a one-stop shop, right? Where we can do hormones, we can do supplements, we can do all these things. And I had this very big plan and vision in mind. It all started right here, and of course, right here. I want to include that. It started in my heart and my mind, and I began to write down the vision. Excuse me. I began to talk to God about my vision. Wherever you're at with that, that's up to you. But I began to talk to the Lord about my vision and what I really wanted to see in the long term. So, but we know when we plan, let's say, plan this, that doesn't mean it's going to happen overnight. I have been coaching for 13 years, since my first 13 years almost. And realistically started very, very small, right? Very small. And it was actually in my home, just practicing with people when I got out of school. And then things just began to slowly build. And I'm being honest when I say slow, because again, it didn't happen overnight. But I began to create the blueprint in my mind of what I wanted to accomplish, right? So I will say to you that with that blueprint, I have actually accomplished almost all of those things. Well, actually, all those things that I wanted in the beginning, I have accomplished them, because I am driven that when I accomplish the first thing, now it's time to go to the next thing. And I'm constantly building on where I just had breakthrough in, if that makes sense. So I have my gym. I have my own building. I have my health coaching, my life coaching, my fitness coaching. I'm teaching fitness classes. I'm doing hormone coaching. I am teaching. I am doing all the things. I mean, there's of course things have grown over the years because one blueprint isn't the end all be all. And that is the beauty of being a human, is we can consistently change what we want and what our desires are. And life does happen, right? We all know that. So, when it comes to our health and wellness, since I'm health coaching and this is our Monday Mojo, I remember when I first lost all my weight, or first started working on losing all my weight, the truth of the matter was I remember going through a program where they asked us to cut out a picture of what we wanted our body to look like when we were done or arrived at our journey, at the end of our journey or whatever. And I remember cutting that out, and this was way back in the day where, we just barely had printers, and I couldn't, it was just, didn't have a lot of money. And so it was so funny because I cut out a picture, or I took a picture out of a magazine, and my husband printed my head out and cut it out and put it on the picture of the body. And it was hilarious. It really was. And this was my motivation, this is what I'm working toward. Now, I would love to tell you that I looked like that lady in the magazine. I did not, and I would figure it out I probably never would. But it was very motivational for me because it was a blueprint of where I was going. Okay? So I think that's the thing, is once you've got it here and you've got it here, now it's time to make it happen in our physical life. And so we have to separate ourselves from the majority who don't actually follow through and finish it, but we have to make that decision that the blueprint is worth working for, going after, and investing in. Okay? Because that's the thing, is nothing amazing comes easy. I'm sorry, but it just doesn't. You may get it easy, but to maintain it, to function in it, and to do whatever it is you're going after well, you have to put the work in. Okay? So I want you to just think about, what are the things that you have been wanting to go after, or you've told yourself you're going to go after, and then when you do, you figure out it's too hard or it's work, so then you make the decision to walk away, and then you feel defeated. I want you to look at that blueprint again, pull it up again. I actually feel like I want to say to you, like, dream again. Dream again about things that you have wanted to do, things you've wanted to accomplish, and things you've wanted to go after, but it felt too hard, so you put it aside, or life happened and it had to go on the shelf for a little bit. I really believe this is a season that you can pull some of those things off the shelf that have been put away, dust it off, blow it off, and revisit it. And that's really what this is about, is what is the goal and what is the end in mind that you have, and what do you want it to look like, right? It doesn't mean it's going to be perfect, but what it means is you're dreaming again, you're focusing on something that matters to you, and you're walking after it and doing and taking the steps that you need to make that happen. So I don't know what that is for you. Like I said, it could be weight loss. It could be exercise. It could be a different job. It could be expanding your business. It could be, I don't know. I don't know what that looks like. Taking a hobby up that you've always thought about doing, that you felt like, I really want to do that, but I just don't know that I can, or I don't have time, or I will feel stupid doing it. But I know I'm speaking to some people's hearts today, because I really feel like God has been dealing with me about dreaming again in some areas on things I have put on the shelf and I have set aside because they were hard, because I got hurt in the process, because it didn't look like what I thought it should look like. It didn't turn out like I thought it should turn out. And I honestly, even this morning, told the Lord in my prayer time, I said, God, I don't really want to put all that work into something again to feel like it's been wasted. And I actually heard in my soul, I felt like I heard the Lord say, it's never wasted. it's never wasted because you learn something along the way, you change who you are, and you can choose to come out better or you can choose to come out bitter. And I always chose to come out better and learn from it and then grow from it. So I don't know what it is you want to go after today, but I want to tell you, dream again, refocus again, write out the blueprint, journal it out. Can't tell you how long I wrote things out and I literally prayed for them, and I can now go back and I can look at what I wrote and what I prayed for, and it was answered. All right. So I hope today this helps. Begin with the end in mind and what you want to accomplish. I hope you have an amazing week, and I hope you'll take even one step to move forward today. That's what I've got for you, and I hope that your day is great. Bye.